Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Red Dawn. My name is Kiri, and still feeling a bit ravid with the news of Mark Gahey on his way to signing with Man City, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Um, yeah, as said in the statement here, Mark Gahey to Man City. Here we go. Official proposal accepted by Crystal Palace right now. Understand fee will be around £20 million. Gahey has accepted move to Manchester City, so the deal is done. Yeah, another fuck up by the club by Liverpool. But with that being said, the show goes on. We have to do a match preview, and we are back at Anfield. It's Liverpool versus Burnley, Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff, local time, 1:30 a.m. here in Adelaide, South Australia. On paper, this should be 3 points in the bag, but after the last 3 weeks in the Premier League, we just cannot take anything for granted. We are unbeaten in the last 11 matches, which has been great, but three draws in a row in the league, sitting fourth. Aston Villa and Man City are starting to pull away, and we need to make a statement. We smashed Barnsley in the FA Cup, which was good for the confidence, but the Premier League is the bread and butter. We need to get back to winning ways, and we need to do it now. A quick word on Burnley. They are 19th in the Premier League table in the relegation zone. Scott Parker is under serious pressure at the moment. They haven't won in the league in 12 games. However, they just won 5-1 in the FA Cup against Millwall, and they will have a tiny bit of confidence. They are going to come to Anfield and stick 11 men behind the ball, park the bus, try to frustrate. They know we've struggled to break down low blocks recently, but we have beaten 1-0 at Turf Moor back in September thanks to a late penalty courtesy of Salah. It was a grind then, and I reckon it's going to be a grind again if we don't score early. Let's look into the team news. We know that Connor Bradley is out for the season. Alexander Isak is still out with that leg injury, and Giovanni Leone is obviously a long-term absentee as well. Unfortunately for Mo Salah and Egypt, they have suffered AFCON heartbreak at the hands of Sadio Mane's Senegal in the semi-finals, but they will contest for third place in the tournament against Nigeria on Saturday. So Salah is not back in British shores just yet, but he will be back for selection next week. On the bright side, we saw Hugo Ekitike come off the bench and score against Barnsley, and he just looked sharp. And Florian Wirtz also got on the score sheet as well. We absolutely need those two firing because without Mo and Isak, the goals have dried up in the league. So, how does Arne Slot line us up for this one? Let's get the FOTMob lineup builder, and we're going to go with what I think is going to be the starting 11 for this one. At goal, no surprises here. Allison will be coming back into the side, along with our centre back partnerships of Ibrahima Kanate and Virgil van Dijk. I won't put Joe Gomez in for this one because he really struggled in the FA Cup game. Got booked early, struggled when he had the ball, and yeah, was just absolutely miles off it at the moment. And this is all we've got, isn't it? Could have had Mark Gahey, but that's how it is. Into the wide areas on the right hand side, with the absentee of Connor Bradley, I think Jeremy Frimpong will start in this one. He has to start at right back, and he gives us that width, and I love what he does going forward, but he has to be disciplined on the defensive side because Burnley will be looking to counter in this one. On the left-hand side will be Milos Kerkez, who's been in absolute fine form on the left-hand side. Uh, into the midfield, I think Slot will stick with a double pivot that gives us control, which will be Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister. I like Alexis McAllister in the number 8 position at the moment. They controlled that game against Arsenal, but didn't have the final pass. But this week, I want to see McAllister, while he's in the holding position with Gravenberch, I want to see him push a bit forward onto the pitch as well to unlock that low block that Burnley will be cooking up. Into the number 10 position, I'm going to go with Florian Wirtz. This will be a great game to see him to unlock the low block, and he needs to be on the ball constantly. Let's give him the keys to do what he wants in the central position. Into the attack on the right-hand side, I think is going to be going to be Dominic Szoboszlai. Could see Federico Chiesa in this one if he's fit enough to start, but I'm going to go with Szoboszlai to drift inside and let Frimpong overlap. On the left, I think is going to be Curtis Jones, and up on top will be Hugo Ekitike, who's come off with that in that goal in the FA Cup. So let's go with our starting 11 against Burnley. So our goal will be Alisson, a back four of Jeremy Frimpong, Ibrahim Konate, Virgil van Dijk, and Milos Kerkez. The midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, and Florian Wirtz. And our front three of Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, and Hugo Ekitike. Prediction time. I'm not going to lie at all. I'm going to be nervous in the first 20 minutes of the game. If we don't score early, I think the crowd might get edgy for this one. But Burnley do concede a lot of goals away from home. I think Florian Wirtz is going to run the show for this one. And with that all being said, I am going to go with a 2-0 Liverpool win. I think it'll be 0-0 at half time. I think it's going to be frustrating. But then I reckon we'll break them down in the second half. Goals from Wirtz, maybe a set piece from Van Dijk, a set piece header. I would absolutely love to see that. We just need to get the 3 points for this one. I don't care how we do it. Winning is the only thing. Let's just get it done. But let me know in the comments below, what is your starting 11 and what is your score prediction for this one? If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for the match reaction. Wherever that is for you guys as well. And as always, up the Reds.